Like, for a moment, I thought you were wearing a vest, like the
Oh,
way
no,
your shirt
yeah,
it's your golf shirt.
not a nope. I'm not conducting any emergency exercises or anything like that.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ernie T. Hello, Tasha. Darla's here. Brent W. Crazy Halloween Man. Amanda Wallace. Iris. Um, I know Iris became a channel member earlier today. So, welcome in, everyone.
Welcome, everybody.
Hi, Tanya. Hi,
Hey,
Darren. Hi, Christopher.
hey,
Mark.
welcome in,
Beth.
Tanya. Hello, Amber.
Amber's here. Um, Julie Bex. Hi, Bex. It is late for you, Bex.
Well, Bex has a question on the board, so she's here to hear
Okay.
us.
So I know hope this doesn't come as a shock to you, but absolutely, I've not looked at anything. So everything is a surprise to me tonight.
I'm as shocked as you believe Beverly was good when you lied.
DVC Craig, good evening.
Hey,
Thank you
Anna.
so much. Wheel Wednesday was so fun today. Joanne Franklin, Anna Duncan, Brad's here.
Oh, Bex, we appreciate your loyalty to us despite the fact that it's super late.
What's today's day? Anyways, today's the 28th. You went to all of your July appointments this morning. You're staying in the car today. Tasha's staying in the car. No, she is not going in with the dance moms. Hi,
Maybe they
Richard Soto.
join us, Tasha. Maybe they want to hear what we have to say. Hi, Brave. Welcome in.
Hi, Brave. Hey,
Casey.
Mitch.
Hello. Hey, Disney Mitch.
Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for being here. What park would I go to first? I'd do the if I was on vacation, I would do the opposite of what everybody else does. And I would go
So,
everybody goes to magic first. So I'd go to animal first.
so Mark, my answer for you would be it depends. If you're there
Hi,
for just
Lamont.
4 days and you're only going to do each park once, I would try to make Magic be my last park. But if you're going to be able to do multiple days at the parks, I would try to do Magic first and last.
Hello, George, Ahmed, Tink for Life Jones, Julian. Brent says, so many wrenches, the whole Snap on tool truck just joined the chat. Aaron, hello again.
Brave, you're a delicate flower, a lady to be seen and not heard. Um, you turned a leaf from yesterday then.
KC5 wants to know, is Park Hopper worth it? I'll let you take that one too, Mike.
You said you didn't prepare it all. I didn't think you meant for every single question tonight.
No, but I mean, I think I know what Mike would say in KC5. It depends on how much time do you have. Number one, I'm pretty sure. No, it does. It depends on how much time you have and what your objectives are, and if there's parties going on, all of that. What time of the year you're coming. So obviously, if you want to take a low wait time day and you know party day is coming up and you want to be in Magic Kingdom, but you also want to watch fireworks or a show at night, you might behoove you to get Park Hopper for that day. But if you have multiple nights, 7 days there, um, you can you can go see the fireworks a different night. And so maybe you want to spend that evening at a nice dinner or at your resort hanging out at the pool. So it it just depends. And I mean, maybe if you have more time there, what you would spend on the park hopper for you and everybody else, that's a nice dinner somewhere.
Yeah. And as Jill kind of said, if you're only there for 4 days and you're going to do each park one day, I would probably say it's not worth it.
Yeah.
You have to keep in mind you're going to
Thank you,
spend
everybody.
decent amount of time in transportation going from one park to another. You also want to plan accordingly if you do plan to park hop. For instance, do Animal Kingdom first in a day because it opens earlier and it closes earlier, and then park hop to something else. You don't want to do flip
Yeah.
flop because then you're going to go to, just for argument's sake, you're going to go to Epcot and then you're going to park hop to Animal Kingdom and then you're going to go, oh darn, it closes at 6. Now you got to park hop to a third park and you've probably spent 3 hours in transport
So
across.
KC5 says they only have 3 days. So yeah, I mean, I would. What's the priorities, and
Yeah. If you have a dire need to see all 4 parks and you only have 3 days, then I would say
yeah,
get the park hopper. But if you can honestly say, and I don't know what the makeup of your party is, but if the collective group of you can honestly say that, if we don't see Park X, it's not a big deal, then I'd probably not spend the money on it and spend every hour that you can in the parks that you want to go to and less time in transport.
I know. And Mike and I, we've done a podcast on this, and we've mentioned it before. And I know me, I'm the type of person that I love to have the option. Like it bothers me not to have the option. You know, I just feel like I'm missing out if I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't go to another park. But at the same time, I think we've talked about it enough, and I've been at the parks so long and stayed at one park that I understand the value of just staying in that park, getting the most out of it.
So, Brad, you said 3 days, just do 1 day park hopper, not all three. If you buy park hopper, you're
Yeah,
buying it for the entire length of your stay. You don't buy park hopper for just one day.
yeah.
That's not how it works. The price is based on how many park days tickets you have. Okay, so Janelle did say we did a podcast on park hopper. Janelle, how long ago do you think we posted that? Just a guess.
I 3 months ago.
It's been about 2.5 months already. It was May
Okay.
6th.
Welcome in, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for the compliments on my shirt.
And
Hi, Christy.
Brave, I want to go back to something you said earlier. I'm still Mike. I'm not Michael unless I'm in trouble and my mom's here to call me that, just because I have a nice shirt on. Because if it has to do with how well I'm dressed, I can't imagine what you're going to call me when you see me at the parks next month.
Hi, Diane. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, everybody. If you are just joining us, please don't forget to give the stream a thumbs up, and we'd love to have you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But welcome to our Park Life Podcast Q&A live session. I just want to start the live stream out by saying we are going to be ending our auction at 9 p.m. tonight. So everything that's on Facebook, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So um, at the end of this live stream, I'll go on and I'll announce the winners. Um, so if you want to go look at the items that are up for auction, it is my Facebook page, Disney Parks with Love. Go over to the photos. Under the photos, you go to albums and you will see the Kidney Cancer Association fundraiser, and you'll see all the items that are there. There's 6 items. Hello, Mr. Minton. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Hey, John, welcome in. Amber, I caught your comment about the Chewy mask. That made me laugh. So,
Um,
Janelle, did you see what Canadian Disney Mom commented in your live today about?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. So she said if you see something there and you don't win it, but you want a wallet, that she would make it, you would just have to give that donation to the Kidney Association, and she'd be happy to get it. So anybody who's interested in something that isn't part of our auction, just reach out to me and I will connect you with her, and we can get you a wallet.
Yep.
Someone asked, did I finish the wheel? No. Usually I never finish what the wheel. I think I started with 30 some things on the wheel today. So no. Um
Oops, sorry.
oh my oh my goodness.
I wanted you to experience the gimbal tumble.
I thought you went flying.
Yes, I did. The thought of eating a pickle, I fell out of my chair.
Oh.
And Amber, if I'm lovely now, I won't be after I eat that pickle. I can promise you that.
Well, you know what? Thank you. You can always go back and rewatch the wheel. It was Giving Day, and I thought that doing the auction and hopefully giving towards the kidney cancer association would be appropriate to end the day um here tonight with everybody. So that was more than a gimbal ride, you guys. That was some acrobatics. Thank you, Kathy H. And thanks, Diane, for the rewatch. Thank you. Thank you.
And for those that have bid or are going to bid, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Very, very special to me. And Janelle knows this, but I cannot thank her enough for her efforts to put this together.
So
And
Wayne Carr, I
I,
sorry.
I said I'm not going to cry tonight.
Okay, no crying. Wayne Carr, I'll be at Disneyland in September. And Ernie T, thank you so much. Oh, Brad placed his bid. Thank you, Brad. Hey, Winnie the Pooh's gal. Hope you and Murray are doing okay.
Hello, Winnie the Pooh's gal.
All right. So, what's our first question?
So this first question came from our good friend Bex,
Okay.
which like what 1:30, 2:30 in the morning over there right now. Something completely insane. Brad, yeah, as long as it's pickle, not pickles, no S at the end of that pickle.
No, Brad just said
More,
bring on the pickle.
more than enough is one.
So
Um,
Beck
oh,
says it's
oh,
12:42.
it's 12:42. Man, whew. That's like 4 hours, about 4 hours past my bedtime. I'm usually sleeping at the end of this live. As a matter of fact, I just look like I'm awake. Are there pickles in that drink?
No, it's I had tea, but now it's water with liquid IV.
World record pickle.
Amber, we need a pickle emoji, like stat. Like we need the pickle emoji.
At least most of my week's vacation will be up by the time I eat this thing. So if I'm in the hospital, I don't miss out on too much.
There's Murray.
Hey,
Hello,
Murray,
Murray.
welcome in. And I see Wolf is here. She has a question asked for us too. But let's start with Bex.
Okay.
Bex asked us to talk about to discuss the enchanted extras that are available to you to book on a Disney trip.
Okay.
And Janelle's like, oh crap. Go ahead, Mike. Take it away.
It's on you, Mike. You got this.
Um, so interestingly enough, and I have the whole list here. We'll talk about them. But Janelle and I just recorded a podcast that will go out uh, later in September that talks about staying in the bubble and all the things you can do that are not inside the parks.
Okay.
And a lot of this list we touch on in that podcast. There are some things on this list, Janelle, that we didn't touch on, which is interesting. Now, some of those are inside the parks, I guess. So, anyway,
Okay. Okay.
so Bex, here you go. And you can always, once we record, or Janelle is done recording this, she'll post it out, I think. And you can always listen to the replay of this. So if you miss anything that we went
Yep.
through, um, and as I made this list, Janelle, I thought of your mods, some of your mods in particular, that I guarantee they're going to be chiming away when they hear some of these things.
Okay.
So listen up,
All
mods.
right. Let's
All right. So
listen.
at Hollywood Studios, you can build your own droid. That starts at about $120 and goes up from there. I've never done it, but everybody that has loved it. Pretty cool experience. There are a variety of different fishing excursions that you can take. Cirque du Soleil at Disney Springs, you can do that. At Epcot Seas Adventure, you can do Dive Quest. That price runs
Ooh.
$229 to $249. I can't remember if you have to have some level of scuba certification to be able to do it or not. For some
I
reason, I
would
seem
imagine not,
I don't know.
but
Um, at Animal Kingdom, they have the Ace Avatar Maker. You can make your own avatar, which would be pretty cool, I think. Um, this one is Janelle's absolute favorite. At Disney Springs, you can do the Aerophile,
oh,
the balloon that takes you up about 400 feet. Amazing view, better than any view Janelle's going to tell you you can get.
oh, Tina says you have to be deep sea certified.
See, I thought so, Tina. I thought I'd researched that before. But hold on, there's another option if you're not deep.
Okay.
You can take a cake decorating class. That's I think it starts at $200 and up to two people per reservation can attend. So if you got you and a friend, or maybe it's date night or something like that, you could go take a cake decorating class. At Epcot in the Land Pavilion, you can do the Behind the Seeds tour. That runs $39 to $45. For your littles, I think up through age 12, I don't have it written down in front of me here, but they have the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique inside Magic Kingdom back behind the castle. The low end package starts at $100 and they go up from there.
George, we'll address your question. So
Yeah.
it's been
Yeah.
it's been seen.
Okay, good. You have to pay attention because I'm reading off of my list here. At any of the four parks, you can do a capture your moment photo session. That starts at $99. I think it's a 20-minute session
Yep.
and you need to arrive 10 minutes early.
Yep.
At Animal Kingdom, you can do the Caring for Giants, the elephant tour. It's $39. They have a Colors of Coronado painting class you can do. How about that? That would be
Yep.
pretty fun. That's $35. I know we talked a little bit about these, I think, last week. Yeah, possibly it seems to ring a bell. The VIP tour at, well, it's private VIP tour. You can do multiple parks. They'll pick you up at your resort and plan out your day. This one is a steep price tag. It's a minimum of 7 hours, and the price varies based on time of year. The low end is $450 per hour, up to $900 per hour, and you can have 10 friends with you for that. So if you've got 10 friends with some money in their pockets, you can split that cost up. But do the math: 7 times 450 or 7 times 900, it adds up. At Magic Kingdom, they have the Keys to the Kingdom tour. That is for adults only 16 and up. If you have a 16-year-old that wants to do it, they do have to show identification. They want proof of age. That runs 129 to 149. If you are a golfer, there are a number of different golf courses on the Disney complex that you can golf at. One of which, Oak Trails, also has foot golf, which is a 9-hole kind of a combo soccer kickball golf type of experience. We'll go back to Epcot, the Epcot Seas Adventure. They have Dolphins in Depth. That one you do not have to have scuba sanctioning.
Okay.
You're essentially kind of swimming with the dolphins. That's 209 plus tax. There's the two different mini putt courses, mini golf courses, Winter Summerland at Blizzard Beach, and then Fantasia Gardens by the Swan and Dolphin.
Yep.
There is archery classes. You can learn how to shoot bow and arrow at Fort Wilderness. That's $49, and I think that's an hour and 15 minutes session that you can have. Can't go wrong with this one. The various spa treatments at the Grand Floridian you can sign up for. There is horseback riding at Fort Wilderness. There are carriage rides at Fort Wilderness or at Port Orleans Riverside. For your littles, there are pony rides at Fort Wilderness. All right, mods, listen up. There is a La Cava experience, the Mexican spirits tasting course. That's at Epcot, and that starts at $180 and goes up from there. No word on how they get you out of the park after you're done with the spirit tasting. There are Magic Kingdom firework dessert parties. There's a post party, which means you watch the fireworks first from a reserved
Hi,
area.
KC5.
And you sit down for the dessert eating. There's desserts, there's a fruit and vegetable tray, and there's drinks, non alcoholic, and I think there's beer and maybe wine as well. They have a pre party where you do the dining first and then get to sit and watch the fireworks from the reserved area. And I shouldn't say sit, it's typically standing area. And they also have what's called seats and suites. That's where you're sitting, eating, and watching the fireworks at the same time. That one goes a little bit more. Uh,
This chat is just out of control.
um, Over at Epcot, there's a Rose and Crown fireworks dining package that you can do. All right, mods. Here's another one. They have a Sangria University sample
That's
sangrias
that's the one I
and
want.
make your own. It's $69 to $79. That seems fairly reasonable priced.
Yeah,
Over at Animal Kingdom, they have the Savor the Savannah private safari that includes food and drinks. That's 189 to 199. There's a Spanish mosaic art activity that you can do that starts at $25. There are specialty cruises for fireworks out in Seven Seas Lagoon to watch the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, or underneath the bridge between the UK and France in Epcot to watch Luminous. There's a Starlight Safari at the Animal Kingdom Lodge where you actually wear night vision goggles to see the animals out on the safari. That starts at $90. Inside Animal Kingdom, there is Up Close with Rhinos. That's a $49 plus experience. In Galaxy's Edge at Savvy's Workshop, you can create your own lightsaber or build your own lightsaber. At Wilderness Lodge, Wilderness Back Trail Adventure. I think it's at Fort Wilderness. If I'm not, no, it's at Wilderness, isn't it, Janelle? The Segway Tour.
yes, at the campgrounds.
Yep, that's $90 to $100. There is a Wild Africa Trek, a guided expedition with snacks and photos at Animal Kingdom. That's 219 to 229. And then last but not least, there is a wine tasting experience at Disney Springs that starts at $118.
That should be at Wine Bar George.
And Bex, if that's not enough to keep you busy, I don't know what you're going to do. But there is a ton of things outside of the parks. And some of these things were inside the parks, but a lot of really cool experiences that you're not going to get elsewhere.
Yeah. There you are, Perry. You're so lucky that you got to do that Segway tour around
Yep.
the countries. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Um, so I know that there are several comments. LVB said they just did no parks stay, which I love. And I said it today on the stream. Mike and I just did a podcast on it. And so can't wait for that to come out. But I'm loving hearing your stories about resort only stays and how much y'all got done and what you did during that time. Um so I know Bex wanted to hear more about the Rose and Crown fireworks, and I don't know if you have more to that.
Yeah, it's a dining package, Bex, where you would get reservations to eat at Rose and Crown at a time that would allow you to then sit and watch Luminous in a reserved seating area.
Okay.
Amber, I'd have to look to see where the Sangria University was at. I didn't
So
write that.
I know where it is.
Oh,
It's at Coronado.
okay.
It's at Three Bridges.
Okay.
I wanted, that's one of the what things that I've always wanted to do. So
Uh,
um
I'm afraid to know what all Tim said.
well, I don't know. He said that you're renting a house in Golden Oaks
Yeah,
and
it's a yeah on my budget, Tim. It's a doghouse, but yes.
okay, real quick, let's touch on George's question because I think it's a simple answer. George, if you're still here, George is park hopping from Magic Kingdom to Hollywood Studios after the fireworks for Magic extra Magic hours.
Okay.
Wants to know, are there any problems with that park hopping um, after that? Like taking the bus from Magic Kingdom over to Hollywood.
I don't believe there should be.
Yeah,
Just on the surface now, not knowing what time Magic Kingdom closes that night, what time Hollywood closes that
right.
night. That would be the only thing I could see. But because there's the extra hours, I would think they would have transportation that would take you there still.
Stephanie's crossing off the bucket list stay at the Poly in January, and we have 2 full resort days. Stephanie, I cannot wait to hear what you think of it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Amber,
Um,
that one is available. I already checked. Which one, Amber? The sangria?
okay.
Or I
Okay,
can't.
so
Nope. What is that guy saying?
and again, Diane has a question. I'm pretty sure we can answer it real quick. Does Celebration have any Christmas decorations to go see? I think that they do, Diane. Celebration is the town that is outside of Disney. Am I wrong to remember that it was a thing once? Tim, I know Tim's in here. One time we went we went to Celebration and they had like on their main street, like ice skating in the street, and they had Snope. It was one of the very first places that I ever saw Snope in Florida, besides going to the parks, but like outside of Disney, they had Snope. So I'm pretty sure it is still a thing in Celebration, and I'm pretty sure you could probably just Google it. Um, so Brad's over there luring mods to his to his house. Yeah, brave. um, so all right. So I think that's all the questions that have come up in the chat.
Okay. It goes without saying, but if anybody does have
Hey,
questions,
Ray Jean Ralph.
ask the
Anna,
way.
that
We'll answer them.
your daughter will do the sangria with you. Okay. All right, Anna. I'm getting all the invites to Sangria University now. So
Hopefully, it's a big lecture hall that they're in.
I Three Bridges. So it's funny because we've stayed at Coronado. I remember eating at Three Bridges. I remember having sangria and churros there. Tim remembers none of it. He was like, I didn't go there. So I don't
It
know what happened to him.
makes me wonder how many sangrias that dude drank then.
Oh, the whole restaurant and the atmosphere, I just like it because it's on the water. And so it's just a nice little area to go to out at the Coronado. It's a walk and it's out there, but I think it's worth it. All
Wow,
right.
Brad's getting smacked down by everybody. Yes.
All right. So what's our next question?
All right. Wolf asked, "Does every resort come with a Google Buddy?"
Ooh, is that what's that the little thing in the room? I don't even know what a Google Buddy is. Are
So
you the Google Buddy? Like,
yes, I am. I'm personally the Google Buddy. Yes,
okay.
that's my real name is Google Buddy. Um, I'll be honest, because if I don't, she'll probably rat me out here. I messaged her directly. I said, "Are you talking about X?" She said, "Yeah, that's it." I'm like, "Good," because otherwise I have no idea what in the world you're talking about. So
Okay.
what she's talking about is the Hey Disney voice assistant that's in every room of every
Okay.
resort on property.
The little
Okay.
box.
Yes.
Okay.
Little box that very technical. It has a number of different features. You can be woken up with a message from Mickey Mouse and his pals.
I
Uh,
Ohana
you
Magic.
can order more towels or pillows if you need to through that. You can set it up so it can tell you jokes. It'll play stories. You can host Disney trivia through it. There's different interactive experiences. You can ask what the weather's going to be. You can ask different park questions like what time does Magic Kingdom close today? Things like that.
Okay.
Free of
That's
charge. It's in
yeah.
every room and it's optional if you wish to use it.
Okay.
I
So
don't.
Bexy had like the Alexa thing, yes.
Yeah. Apparently, Wolf calls it Google Buddy.
Okay. And a lot of people unplug it. Yeah, if you don't want it knowing what's going on, in your room, I'm sure it can listen. Unplug it. It's an option.
Tina, I think I might come down to Florida with a shirt that says, "Can I be your Google Buddy?"
A Google Assistant. There you go, Ernie T. So
No, I'm sticking with Google Buddy. I love it.
they're
Yes,
very cute because they have little Mickey ears on them. And so, so Oh my gosh. Okay. What's our next question, Mike?
I think somebody in your household is drinking sangria right now.
He's not even here. He's supposed to be working. I don't know what he's doing.
Work hard, play harder, right, Tim? Or don't work and just have fun. My goodness gracious. So, Janelle, those were the only questions that we had submitted to us.
Oh
On
wow.
that was it.
Okay.
Yep. So, um, I realized today that it's the 28th of the month, which means I need to get the newsletter done pretty quick. So I will work on that here tonight or tomorrow night and get that over to you.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome in everybody. Thanks so much for being here. Let's check our bids on we'll check the Facebook bids.
Yep. So while you're checking that, I'll talk about our podcast if that's all right with you.
Okay. Yep.
So Janelle and I do Park Life podcast. We post those every other Monday. Our next one comes out, or we just had one come out this past Monday on the 26th. So the next one comes out on September 9th. So every other Monday we post those. And then our live chats here with Q&A, we post those as well. The recorded podcasts go on Janelle's YouTube page as well as on Spotify. So you can check us out in either one of those locations. Wolf just posted the Spotify. Thank you. Um, we try to pre-record some because sometimes life gets in the way for one of us or both of us, and then we're like, oh, we don't have one ready yet. So we try to get a few pre-recorded so that they're just ready to queue up and post. So I would say if anybody has, I hate saying this now based on how the chat's gone the last 5 minutes, but if anybody has a topic that you would like us to cover on a future podcast, please put it in the comments and we will take it with a grain of salt.
Billy asked a question and Billy wants to know why are the Halloween parties so early?
So the simple answer to that is supply and demand. Um, Disney would not do them consecutive nights and close Magic Kingdom down early each night. And so, in order to host enough of them to allow enough of the vacationers or locals to attend, they have to host them starting in August. Um, they sell out. All of August is sold out. I haven't looked lately, but most of October had sold out and parts of September had sold out. So clearly the demand is there, and that's why they start them as early as they do. And this year they started earlier than they ever have before. They started on the 9th of August. Last year it was the 12th of August. Um, Now, in comparison, I know Universal Studios, I think, just started their Halloween Horror Nights last night, I believe. So they're a couple weeks behind, but the the Halloween parties are just more and more popular, and so the demand is huge. So they have to continue to offer more and more of them earlier and earlier.
Halloween Horror Nights starts tomorrow. Technically, their team members was the
Yeah,
last night.
that's right.
Um,
Yep.
Somebody asked the Wish, the ship. I don't know. Rajan Ralph, do you want to know just about the Wish?
Brad, head to toe, meaning what to wear.
Halloween party is more exclusive too. The parade can only be seen at the party versus the Christmas parade. Good point, JVB.
That,
Yes.
yep. Yeah, the Christmas party, you can see the parade, but it's once the party concludes. So I think the last Christmas party night this year is December 20th. And so after that, they will have the Christmas party in Magic Kingdom during the regular park days after that. I think leading up to New Year's Eve. We talked about that last week, I think, Janelle. Bex, yes, typically Magic Kingdom is lightly attended on party days simply because people, if they're going to only be at Magic Kingdom for one day on their vacation, they want it to be on a day where they can be there till late and watch Happily Ever After. So typically, party days are lighter attended at Magic Kingdom. So, Brad, I think a podcast on attire to be comfortable for a full day of fun is something overlooked. Um, I know we did a podcast in June on how to deal with the heat. down there, and I think we talked about wearing light clothing and that sort of stuff, but we didn't necessarily talk about attire in particular. Brad, I will write that down and I will consult with my manager and see what she thinks.
Okay, so as of right now, the Dumbo wallet, the down Loungefly Dumbo wallet has um a new bid on it 29 minutes ago, Barbara, up to $70
Nice.
on that. So if Kelly's watching, um the figurine we're at Barbara for 30. I think Mike's gone again.
What is Brave doing? Hang on.
Hi. So the figurine is at $30. The white snack wallet, well, we'll let Mike come back. Is at $50. Bernadette is the high bidder in that. Let's see.
Bex
Oh no,
asked
Jackie Thompson, $60 on the snack. And then we have the fanny pack. Let me just make sure I'm looking at all the comments.
Bex asked if she could still donate after the auction. So Bex, the
Yep.
auction is one of two things we have going on right now, and that concludes tonight. The other thing is the donations to the Kidney Cancer Association. That link is in Janelle's Discord on the fundraisers page. That's the one that some poor sap is going to eat a pickle on September 12th based on the donations that are made. So, yeah, if you don't get in on the bidding tonight for the auction, you can absolutely still donate to the fundraiser.
So JVB, I did mention in today's stream that I was going to do another auction. So starting Sunday, we'll go Sunday to Wednesday. We're going to have some more auction items. I don't think Mike knows about that. So
I
we'll
do
do it
not.
all. We'll do it all over again, and we'll see how much money we can raise. So there's the link. Thank you, Tina, for putting the link up. Hi, Gray Dog. How are you doing? So
Um,
go ahead.
Bex wants to know how much we need to get to for me to eat a pickle, and what are we currently at? So we need to get to $1 million. No, we don't. Janelle, last time I looked, I think we are at $561.
I'm not sure. I can check it.
Okay. Our goal,
Brad coming in at the $51 mark for the black snacks bag
not
or snacks wallet. Good job, Brad.
nice job. So I think we're at 561 backs. Our goal was 2,500. Um, I'm fairly certain that between Janelle and Brave and Amber and Wolf and Unicourse and what other mods that are going to be there next month are not going to let me get off easily, whether we have $561 or $2,500 raised.
So yeah, so the auction stuff, that money is going to go directly to the fundraiser. So I think Amber says we're almost to 600. You can donate as little as $1, and so this money will go directly towards it. So it's going to be a huge help in getting us.
Yeah,
So
and share it out as well. Whether
yeah,
you can donate or not, share it out with others. Um,
um, Great Dog. I'm glad that you're doing okay and getting used to medicine. Yeah, that's always stinks, but I'm glad that you're okay.
um, Bex, I would never ask you to donate money out of your inheritance. I appreciate that. But
All
yeah,
right.
we'll do something here. Something's going to happen on the 12th. And so the 12th is a Thursday. It's 2 weeks from tomorrow. Good gravy, Janelle. It's only 2 weeks from tomorrow. Um,
That's
I need to
crazy.
start working. I need to start working on my stomach conditioning for this thing. Um, on that evening, the 12th, that is our opening night for the Dream Stream event that some of you will be there for. Um, we won't stream, I don't think, the beginning of the Dream Stream stuff, the meet and greets for everybody that are there, but I'm guessing that there will be at least one person streaming when that poor sap has to do something with some form of a pickle. But I'm just going to warn you now, if you're watching, take heed right now. If that dude keels over or starts puking in a trash can, that's on you for watching.
Wow, this again very dramatic. Do we have any other Disney questions? Let's see.
25 days, Bex. That's awesome. Tasha, I'm not packing yet, but I'm getting my shirts set up to bring along.
Hi, Pry.
Lori and I are not wearing
Um,
match this trip, but I will have a different
okay.
Disney. Hey,
So David and wife want to go on the Wish ship. So I've been on the Wish, and so the Wish has two different sailings, a 4 day and a 3 day. The 4 day is during the week, and then the 3 day is over the weekend. I We went on the 3 day. I thought it was perfect. Perfect amount of time. And it was our very first Disney cruise, and we loved it. I know Mike can talk that, his cruise experience, not on the Wish, but just a Disney cruise experience in general. Oh, you're going this weekend on the Wish? Have an amazing time.
a great.
Um, but if you can, schedule it and get it, go on it, I highly recommend that you do, even if it's just a one time. So
Is it possible for me to ban Tim from attending?
no.
Did you see what he? I should eat a pickle for every dollar raised. Says the guy who doesn't like pickles either. Yeah, thank you.
Renee, that is being mean. I feel like, has Tim been hacked?
I,
I know somebody already said
well, and if he hasn't, I want to know what in the world did they do to piss him off?
it. But David, yeah, take your wife on the on the on the Wish.
Yeah. Well, I think Janelle, you and
Hi,
I've talked
Amanda.
or if you've never been on a cruise of any kind whatsoever and you have any trepidation about being out to sea, then that 3 night cruise that Janelle mentioned might be the way to go as a starter. Um, you'd hate to get out to sea and be there for 7 nights and realize that you can't handle it. So that's a good starting point to do that. You'll stop at a port basically each day on the 3 day. You'll stop at the Bahamas, in Nassau, you'll stop at Disney's Private Island, and then you'll be heading back to Canaveral. Amazing experience, whether it's the Wish or the Dream, which is what I was on, or any of the ships that Disney has in their fleet right now. And if you watched the D23 announcements a couple weeks ago, they're coming out with 4 new ships in the next handful of years, which I think will take them up to 13 ships in their fleet, which is pretty amazing.
Mike,
Um,
can you say, is your email really easy to say, so they can contact you? Because he's saying, who can I book with? You can book with Mike if you'd like. You can book with Disney Cruise Line. But what's your email if they want to send you an email, or how should they
So
contact you?
yeah, so I'll say it, and maybe one of the mods can type it into the chat as well. It's mapgar, APGAR, at magicalworldvacations.com.
Okay. And then Brad wants to know, does Disney only leave from Canaveral? No.
Nope.
Nope.
They have cruises that leave from Miami. They have cruises that leave from Galveston, Texas. There are cruises on the West Coast. They have international cruises as well.
Yeah.
They used to have a cruise that left New York, but I think they discontinued that.
Yeah, Stephanie, I think the 3 day cruise is, like I said, it's perfect. And if your daughter does get motion sick, just try it out.
Yeah. I tell you, when we booked ours, I was dead set against a cruise. The idea of being out to sea was something that just did not sit well with me. But I'm like, okay, it's Disney. It should be all right. And we actually did the 5 night cruise. My parents went along. We had not even left port. They hadn't even pulled the anchor up yet. I was ready to book my next cruise. I had so much fun in the first hour we were there. Um,
Hi,
And,
Stacy.
and I don't think she can hear us. And my wife grew up on a lake. She was on a boat all her life. She was the only one of the whole family that got seasick. Made it even better, especially since she messed up my shirt. I told you that story, didn't I?
Yeah, well, you've told me this story. You can tell everybody the story. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So they have a pirate night, a pirate themed night, and my wife made matching shirts for all of us, for my parents, all three of our boys, herself, myself. Packed them. It's party day. We did our thing on the boat all day long, and then we go back to our cabins to get ready for the party. Pull out my shirt to put it on, and she made my shirt an extra large, a child's extra large. That was not fitting me unless I went massive crop top. So I had to go down to the gift shop and buy a pirate shirt, and I looked like I was some hitchhiker at the table at dinner with the family with matching shirts.
Okay, so can somebody put, Mike can say it again, but can somebody put Mike's email in the chat again?
Yeah,
But
Tina,
say it
Tina,
again. Say it again, Mike.
Tina just posted it. So
Okay.
it's Wolf. Look for Wolf. Don't look for Tina in there. She just posted it. Apgar at magicalworldvacations.com.
Okay.
And since we're
Let me see if I can pin that. Yeah.
okay, since I'm
Let's
at
see.
a pedestal right now, my services for booking Disney Universal is free to you. I don't charge you a fee. Disney pays commissions to the travel agents for the bookings, and you may not know this. If and I'll pick on Brave since I see her comment here real quick. If Brave went out and priced a trip, whether it's Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise, Alani in Hawaii, and she asked me to price the exact same thing down to the T and I's dotted and crossed, the price would be exactly the same. And I don't tell you that for you to say, well, why am I using you if I can pay the same price? I'm telling you that because you are paying for the services of a travel agent, whether you use one or not. So take the stress off of the planning and the booking and seeing if a new promo came out that you qualify for. Put that stress on a travel agent and just enjoy the planning and packing and all of the things you want to do when you get there. The pinned it to it. I'm not sure what somebody said there. Well, seeing since I'm on with you, Janelle, I don't know if where I see it pinned is different than what other
Yeah,
people
the
see.
pin was at the bottom. I just took it
Okay.
out just so it wasn't. All right. So hopefully you got that. I think we're there for Columbus Day weekend. Is it usually busy? It's slightly busy, Bex, but not. It's not like a Fourth of July or Christmas kind of a
Yeah.
time.
Back when we used to think Columbus actually discovered America, it was busy. But now that we know he really wasn't the first one here, it's not busy anymore. Brave, I love your question. Asked if I'm related to the person who made the baby test, the APGAR score. So
Oh,
if you're not familiar, when you have a baby, they score it and you get a 1 through 5
hi
scoring.
Laura.
I think like within a minute or two after birth and like 10 minutes later, that is the APGAR score. And yes, Brave, I am actually related to the doctor who created that scoring of newborns. The doctor's name was Beverly Apgar, not related to the drink at Epcot, but Beverly Apgar. She's actually lived in the northeast part of the country. At one point in time, the USPS, United States Postal Service, created a stamp in recognition of her services in
Hey, Sandra.
pediatrics.
Um,
And while I'm at it, if you ever want to go on a map, northwest part of Montana, by Whitefish, Montana. If you look close enough, right at the entrance to Glacier National Falls Park is Apgar Village. And my ancestors founded that. They were cowboys. It's like my dad's great 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 grandfather was a cowboy. My dad still has his holster, his spurs, and all that stuff. So there's Apgar Village in northwest Montana.
all right. So Debop says, did either of you have any issues with the heights of the ships? My wife doesn't like heights, and our cabin is on the sixth floor of the Wish. I mean, Debops, I mean, if you go all the way up, I don't mind heights, and it didn't bother me everything's glass, but it's got the wooden railing on it, so it's not something that just is totally see-through. And maybe the first day, she might not like being up there, but what I could say is be just be on the inside of the ship. Like if
Mhm.
you're there watching the embarkation show, just be down. You don't have to be on the outsides railing looking over. So it's completely avoidable. I think
Yep.
if she doesn't want to feel like at any time she's just too high up.
Yeah, and at the 6th level, you're only about halfway up the ship. I think
Yeah,
there's like 11, 12 levels, so you're not too terribly high up in comparison. I'll never
yeah.
forget when we rolled up to the port where the ship was down in Canaveral. I was stunned at how big the ship was. And I probably shared this before, but if you were to, at least the Disney Dream, and I'm sure all of them are the same. If you were to pick it up and set it on Main Street in the Magic Kingdom, one end of the ship would touch the train station, the other end of the ship would touch the stage at the castle. It's just phenomenal how big they are.
Um so okay, so is Veterans Day weekend busy? Again, Anna, it's not one of those weekends that's like Christmas, or I don't know. Do you have something to say, Mike,
Well,
about
I do.
veterans?
Columbus Day is always like the third Monday of October. Veterans Day is always November 11th, regardless of what day of the week it is. So
Okay.
Veterans Day could be on a Wednesday, and you're really not going to have that weekend pickup of busyness.
Big Blue wants to know what's a must get souvenir on the ship. For it, I think it depends on what if you collect stuff or whatever, because right there, that's a Wish lounge fly, and they have different lounge flies. If you're into ears, whatever it is you're into collecting, you're more than likely going to find, whether it's spirit jerseys or bathing suits, you'll find something that hopefully suits your needs. But what I just saw a video, and it was something that the person pre-purchased before they went on the cruise, and it was a boat. I don't know, it was like this big. It was a ship, and it was a Bluetooth speaker for the pool, and it was from Disney, and it was the cutest thing, and you put it in your pool, and like I said, it was a Bluetooth speaker, and they said it was a pre-purchase, like something that you bought. They send you an email, or they say, "Hey, this is all the stuff that you can get beforehand." And I just thought that was so cute. So, anyways, they're gonna have stores on the ship, and then when you go to the island on Castaway Key, that's a whole nother route. That's a whole different section of merchandise that they don't have on the ship. And so if you're looking for any of that merchandise, you might want to wait. But then I would say, what the stores are only open when you're out at sea in the water, not when you're docked. So if the stores are open, you should go in there and not wait.
Yep. Somebody asked about my shirt. It's Nike, and I probably had the shirt for I don't know 6, 7 years. Um, so I want to go back. So Stacy asked, "Do you guys have an issue getting the tickets or getting delays?" Um, you might need to clarify your question. I'm not sure what you're asking,
Yeah.
Stacy. So yeah, post again so we can make sure we answer it.
Thank you, Big Blue. That's very kind. We try, and I definitely Mike does a lot of the work, and I will always give him the credit for being the prepared one, and coming up with all the topics. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was going to say my must get souvenir on the ship was clearly a pirate shirt, so that I had something to wear for the pirate night.
All right, hold on. The twins are under two. Let's see. Did I miss anything? You wear the wristbands from Walgreens, and that's a good point, Barbara. Um, so do they have childcare? That's what it is. So he's saying the twins are under 2.
Gotcha. So first off, the comment about the bracelets or whatever, again, if you've never been out to sea and you're concerned about that, I would
Hey,
bring
no,
two or three different potential remedies for seasickness, whether it's the bands, the patches behind the ear, Dramamine, because one might not work for you and another one might. So you may need to bring multiples just in case. To answer the question about littles, they have clubs or camps or daycares on the ship from 6 months or whatever, really all the way up to like teenagers.
teenage.
Uh,
Yeah, they have the teen area.
Teen club, they have a tween club, they have a kids club. So yeah, they have all of that. The security is tight. Your child is not going to get out of that area without a designated person picking them up. I can tell you when we were on our cruise several years ago, our youngest was went to one of the clubs one of the nights, and it was either me or Lori who had to go get him. My parents couldn't go get him, so they're really tight on that. That's very protective, and the kids have a blast. I, like anything, I think Tanner was 2 or 3 at the time, maybe 4. Didn't want to go at first, and then when we went to go pick him up, he didn't want to leave. So they do a lot of cool things.
Barbara has another good point. That's true, Barbara. If you see it on the ship, you buy it when you see it. That's a Disney rule, anyways, but definitely on the ship. Buy it day one. It will not be there. So if you see a Loungefly, buy it. Um, thank you guys for the comments on the Loungefly wall. Thank you, thank you.
So
Um,
Stacy, I like her question. Do you prefer to travel alone or with others?
okay, first, hold on. Brad says he would just be buying the drinking package. Just so you know, Disney cruises don't have a drink package.
Right.
So just so that's out there.
And
Um,
to that point, though, other cruise lines, even if you're just drinking soda, you have to buy a beverage package. Disney cruises, alcohol is not included, but everything else is included. And
I
that's
don't have my cup. They have a drink of the day, and you buy the cup, and every day you're there, the drink is like $5 with the cup. But that's they don't have drink packages.
good night, Winnie the Pooh's gal. Thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate
Bye.
over on the other side of the pond.
So Stacy, I mean, I go to the parks all the time by myself. And I'm so used to being by myself. Like when I'm with even my husband, he's like, I'm with you, remember, like you have somebody else here.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I don't know. I prefer going with others. I prefer having my friends and family.
Yeah. I can't answer the question. Every time I try to go down there by myself, I'm not allowed to. Actually, I told this story once upon a time. I was down in Florida for business, and we got done with work early, and it happened to be a Christmas party night. I drove over and went to the party, and I called home and I'm like, "You'll never guess where I'm at." And the answer was, "You better not be at Disney." So that pretty much squashed any more opportunities for me to travel to Disney by myself. But it's an
So
awesome question.
Big Blue, I think this is another great question. Big Blue says, I know Disney automatically adds the gratuity, which is great. They do. So you don't, if you wanted to add nothing else, you know that your gratuity, you're walking off the ship, everything is included. But at the end, they do hand out the envelopes. And if you want to add extra, you can to the staff. If so, how much on top on average? Now, I'll tell you what, we had cash with us to put in the envelopes because you're allowed to put cash in the envelopes, but everything else, it's cashless. Just so you know, Disney cruises are cashless. They do not
Yep.
have cash anywhere. Um, and so we did to our room, our person that cleaned our room, and to our wait staff. Those were, we just they went above and beyond, at least we felt like they did. And so I don't know if my husband gave them like $40, extra each in cash. And I don't know if it makes a difference if you do cash versus put it on, your room and they get it that way.
Um, so a couple things on that. First off, the person that your room attendant you have the same person for the entire
Yeah.
length of your trip. So you're not getting a different person every day. It's the same
Yeah.
person. So they know what you want, what you like, what you enjoy. And the same thing for your meals, your evening meals.
Yeah.
You have the same waiter every night. And so they know what your likes are, what your dislikes are. There were no pickles on my table whatsoever for me. Um, they knew that, one of my kids wanted a chocolate shake, and there was a chocolate shake for them each night, type of thing. And so when you're tipping that individual because
Yeah.
they're with you throughout the stay.
Bex, thank you so much. I can't wait for the pumpkin.
Bex, it's not
Um,
not wearing a sweater vest. It's a short sleeve polo that the design happens to be on the body part and not the sleeves. Here I
your son, who is not outgoing, went to the youth club and we barely saw him. He was having, I love that, Robin. Every time we went by one of the clubs, for the tweens or whatever, because we were learning the ship. And so, I mean, I think I walked in there a couple times, just like, what's in this room? And there were always kids in there. They have a huge like gym area. And so I know the older kids, like from ping pong to pool table to a basketball court and tennis. It was amazing what the kids were able to do, especially the older ones.
Yeah.
Hi,
Um,
Tracy Me.
Big Blue, I see Big Blue asked a question that Mark just asked a question. So Big Blue said, good info on the gratuity, cashless. Appreciate you both. Disney credit card advice. Should we get it for any reasonable discounts at the parks or cruises? So I will say this, Disney typically offers promotions if you're a Visa Disney Chase card holder, specifically for Disney World and Disneyland. I can tell you right now, if you're a Visa card holder for Disney World and you wanted to take a trip in December, you get free dining plan as a Visa card holder, provided you use the Visa card to pay your trip. In addition to the promotions, there are special character meet and greets that you get exclusive access to as a Visa Disney Chase card holder. And then you also get rewards on each of your purchases. So, depending upon how you use your credit card, but like for us, when we go next month, I probably have $100 or so in reward dollars that I will be able to spend however I choose to. So I'm a proponent of the card itself, even if it's just for the promotions only.
So
And
Joanne, oh, go ahead.
no, go
Sorry.
ahead.
So Joanne said she didn't know that they didn't have a drink package. So you literally just buy every drink if you want to have one. Yep. They just
Alcohol.
yes,
Alcohol.
alcohol.
Yep.
Soda and all of that is included. But an
Yes.
alcoholic drink, and like I said, they have a special glass. You can buy that on your right when you get on the ship. And then you can buy that drink every single time. And like I said, I want to say with tax and everything, that drink was like $5 or $6.
Yep.
But that drink is the one that's $5 or $6, not all the drinks.
Right.
If you want to have a different kind of a drink, again, I know when we were playing bingo, like we got drinks, and I just didn't find it to be like crazy expensive for us to have a drink. It was completely normal. I think one place we went and um had a couple beer and wine, or a couple beers and like some wings, and again, nothing was out of the ordinary, and it didn't just get out of control.
Yep. So Mark asked us two questions. What resort would you stay at? And then
Hey Ron.
what would be your first ride that you would ride? So let's tackle the resort question first. And
Okay.
just real quick, I think we have about 25 minutes left on the auction.
Yep.
Um, so if you're interested in bidding, make sure you get in there in the next 25 minutes because it will close down at 9 o'clock Eastern.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Ron says soda's not included in the lounges.
yep, that's right. Okay, so let's start with the resorts first. Which resort
Okay.
would you stay at? Um, that's a pretty open-ended question because there are a lot of factors that could go in. Primarily budget would be the biggest one, right? I mean, we would all probably say, the Polynesian and the bungalows and things like that, but they're, the price is certainly much different than staying at one of the all-star resorts, for instance. So Budget, it would be a factor. For me, if you're going to stay at the value resorts, which are the least expensive, um, I pick Pop Century. Um, it's middle priced of the value resorts, but you get the Skyliner, which will take you to Hollywood Studios and to Epcot. And it's a resort hopping option too, right? It can take you to the Caribbean Beach Resort. It can take you to the Riviera. It can take you over by where Beach Club, Boardwalk, and Yacht Club are at. So that's what I would pick from a value resort perspective. Layout's great. The theming's pretty fun. If you were to go moderate resort, see, you're going to hear the
Hey,
same
Cat.
theme. I'm a huge Skyliner guy, so I would probably pick Caribbean Beach Resort as my moderate. The Port Orleans are beautiful. Coronado Springs is wonderful, especially the tower. Um, so you can't go wrong with any of them. But for me,
No.
the ease of transportation is a big factor. Um, if you were looking at the deluxe resorts, I'd be hard pressed not to pick either the Grand Floridian or the Polynesian. Again, the ease of access to the Magic Kingdom, the monorails makes that pretty easy for me to pick that. Janelle, what would you say as far as your resort? What you would pick?
I mean, I've always go towards Coronado, so that's what I pick. Coronado, I love it. I love the atmosphere. You know, and again, the price for it as well. I've stayed in the Good Neighbor Resort, or the Good Neighbor Resorts, Swan, Dolphin, and Swan Reserve, and I love Swan Reserve.
Yep.
So those are the ones that I've stayed in, and recently, to be say like that's what's in my head. That's what I like, and I visit the resorts all the time, but I still will go back to just the love of those resorts.
Yeah. Good night, Bex. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, bye, Bex.
See you next week. I guess the one I didn't mention,
Bye,
if we were
Stacy.
a very relaxing trip, not worried about the parks and that sort of thing, I'd love to do the Animal Kingdom Lodge and
Yeah.
have a Savannah View room. I think that'd be pretty amazing.
I
Um,
so I agree, and I would like to go to Wilderness Lodge, but I
yeah,
mean I've not ever stayed there, and
right.
I can only imagine that it's a wonderful place to stay.
Yep, absolutely. And Brave, I saw your comment about Art of Animation and Little Mermaid rooms. I think they're great. We stayed at them a year and a half ago, maybe something like that. I thought they were wonderful. Can't go wrong there. And again, the Art of Animation sits on the Skyliner route as well, just like it's at the same hub as Pop Century. So then the other question was, what ride would you ride first? So let's do
Hmm.
that by park. So you
By
pick a park.
park.
Yeah, you pick one, and I'll pick one.
Oh, I'm gonna go Epcot, and I will virtual queue Guardians. Make sure I get that, but then I would my ride to ride at Epcot would be Soarin' after that.
And for me, because we'd be rope dropping as a resort guest coming in on the Skyliner, mine would be Remy's Ratatouille Adventure as the first ride at Epcot.
So, I mean, and I know Mike has this whole thing, but you're going to pick that just because convenience, or the line's going to get long, or you really love that ride.
Yes, yes, and the ride's nice.
Okay.
For the
Yeah,
convenience, because the line gets long. If
right.
you're a if you're a devout rope dropper like I am, you are on Remy and off Remy and headed to probably Frozen before the park is open to the general public.
Yeah. All right, Hollywood, I'm going to rope drop Rise of Resistance. By Ray
Yep.
Jean Ralph. By David and wife. Um, Hi,
Thank,
Blake.
thanks, Blake.
Um, so Rise of Resistance. And if I've already done Rise, I would go Slinky Dog. But if like I've just ridden Rise so many times. And again, I'm going Slinky because of the line, not because that's my favorite ride.
Yeah, I would probably, if I didn't do Rise, I'd probably pick Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Um Animal, I'm rope dropping Triceratops spins. I'm not gonna give that up. But no, for real, either Flight of Passage or Safari.
Yeah, I say I'm only rope dropping Triceratops spin if the other 8 rides are closed when I get there. Otherwise, yes, Flight of Passage would be my first, and then probably the Safari would be second.
Magic Kingdom.
Oh yeah, we
I'm
still got.
gonna I'm gonna virtual queue Tiana's, and I am gonna go to Big Thunder.
And so I would say Jungle Cruise, but as a resort guest, rope dropping, Jungle Cruise is not open in that early
Right.
30 minutes. So it's probably going to be, and Big Thunder isn't either. So it probably has to be Seven Dwarfs Mine Train or probably Peter Pan. Hey, I have a Peter Pan fact for you, as a matter of fact.
Okay, let's hear it.
Here's the illustration here tells you why the line is so long.
Okay.
Pan can accommodate about 800 guests per hour. Okay. Conversely, Small World or Pirates of the Caribbean can accommodate 3 to 3.5 times that per hour, about 2,500 to 2,800 guests. So that's why the line is so painfully long for Peter Pan.
All right. So someone asked, Big Blue asked Disneyland California. And Ron, I don't, if you want to put in some of the places that you've stayed, if you want, you're exploring the Good Neighbor Resort, any experience there. So as of right now, I've only ever stayed at Pixar Place. I've not been at a Good Neighbor. When I go in September, I will be. But I think since there are so many, that you'll find very competitive rates. And I think, just looking at all of the reviews on them, you'll find um you'll find some great Good Neighbor resorts.
Yeah. So
Hi Disney fan one. Thank you.
for those of you that are Disney World goers and maybe you've never been to Disneyland before, the hotel landscape is
Yeah.
completely different. Disney World, you have 25-ish resorts in the bubble, from value resorts that run 150 to 180 bucks a night up to the deluxe ones that are well over $1,000 a night. Disneyland has 3 resorts on property, and their value resorts are closer to $500 a night. So first off, Disneyland can only accommodate so many people in 3 resorts. So the Good Neighbor resorts are much more plentiful, much more affordable, and a lot of them they're totally opposite from Disney World. They're within walking distance of the main gates of Disneyland. You're within a quarter of a mile, half a mile walk, and you can walk
Yeah.
there. Disney World, you're not walking from the Jury Inn to any of the parks
Yeah.
ever.
And if
Very,
even if you don't want to walk, a lot of them have shuttles as well. So the Wyndham, the Tropicana, I've never stayed at, but that's one of my the that's one of the places I would love to go to. Renee says the Best Western Plus Park place in mini suites is your go-to. Yeah,
yeah, Disney fan one, you're exactly right. You cannot plan Disney World and Disneyland the same way.
yeah,
Everything's different, from
yeah,
the resorts to the fact that there's 2 parks within walking distance versus 4
yeah.
parks. Transportation distances further away. I'm afraid of what you're laughing at.
Brad says sleeping under bridges is a no-go.
Um, it's heavily
um,
frowned upon.
all right, so Mrs. DeBops signed up for the transportation from the French Quarter to the Wish. Is that the way to go, or would Uber or Lyft be a better option?
I would use the Disney transportation option,
Yeah,
honestly,
I that's what I would do. DeBops too.
because, and I'd say this: eh, taking the Disney bus transportation, there's X number of people on it. That ship knows that they've got incoming buses with people from
Yeah.
Port or from wherever. If you're on an Uber and that Uber has a flat tire, ship doesn't know, ship doesn't care. They're leaving without you.
And I agree, Disney fan one. I think Uber would be pretty expensive.
Yeah, I think so too.
Um, okay. So,
Yep, exactly, Darla. Always use Disney.
yeah,
And I would tell you this: if you're going to take a cruise, um, and you're just doing a cruise, you're not doing a Disney stay. Please get there the day before and stay. Don't come rolling in that morning because if there's a flight delay or road construction or accident or whatever,
anything.
the
Yeah.
ship is not going to wait for you. Period. End of story. And I can't remember, Janelle, if it was here or on your live, but I remember seeing a comment about purchasing um, the trip protection,
Oh,
especially for cruises. I'll tell you, I've been down to Disney in Florida countless times. Never ever bought the trip protection. Um, I've seen, though, the value in it. I had a guest that had a family member that got sick while they were there, had to go to the hospital, and the trip protection covered that hospital stay. It covered the loss of the time in the parks, that sort of thing, the transportation to and from the hospital, covered all of that. If you take that cruise and you get sick out at sea and they need to get a helicopter and take you somewhere, the trip protection is going to cover all of that. If your flight is canceled and you can't make the ship, your trip protection is going to cover all of that. It's in my opinion, a small investment for the protection that you get.
right. Um,
I don't know
okay.
what.
So Stephanie says, so you can take a bus from property resort to the cruise ship.
Yes, they schedule that. They'll pick you up. Now, it's possible that that bus might come to your resort and they load you on it.
Yeah.
And it goes to another resort and loads people on, and then another resort and loads people on. The bus isn't going to take 5 people to Canaveral. It's going to load up the number of people that they need to and haul them along. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind. If the bus is going to pick you up 4 hours before you need to be there, it could be because it's making multiple stops before it hits the road.
Hi, Ronnie. And Disney Fan One says, if you're an avid traveler, you can buy an annual travel insurance policy. Never knew that,
Yep.
but so just I feel like just ignore the rest of it. If anybody has another serious question, there's a lot of coffee talk now. At least we're not talking about pickles.
Well, but now that you mentioned that, I'm sure it'll come up. Is free parking. Yes, Bray wants to know if we can talk about how staying at Disney resorts gives you free parking at the parks, because I usually always drive to the parks. So yes, if you're staying in the Disney bubble on one of the Disney properties, um, A, you park at that resort for free, and B, you park at each of the four amusement parks for free. You do not have to pay for parking if you're staying on property. That is a change from about a year and a half ago. They used to charge you
Yeah.
staying at the Disney parks or Disney properties.
Tracy Me is with you. She says pickles,
Thank,
yuck.
thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. You and I are like in a very small minority of a club. Everybody else is piling on. Yeah,
I
see,
don't
Wolf, what is Mike going to eat for September 12th? I wonder. I don't know. Can I dip? Can I soak it in my Beverly first?
I mean, Darla says no.
I'll take pickles for 500. See, you just had to say it, didn't you, Janelle? And you knew Darla was going to jump all over that.
Disney Fan One says, and no resort fees at a Disney owned resort. Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So if you stay off property, it may be cheaper per night stay, but you may pay to park. There may be a resort fee. The transportation that they offer may not be as flexible. If you drive yourself to the park, you will have to pay to park. So factor all of that in. And Janelle is really good about talking about making sure that you also value your time. If it takes
Yeah.
you 30 minutes longer to get to the resort or to get to the park from off property than it does on property, that's going to take you an extra 30 minutes to get back to your resort. How much is that hour's worth of time of worth to you?
Yeah. Captain Crunch says no helpers. You got to take that pickle straight, Mike. And
The-
Disney Fan One perfect comment with Good Neighbor Resorts do charge resort fees, and you believe that the Swan and Dolphin also charge hotel fees. So, yeah, you'll see all of that included with your taxes.
And the Swan and Dolphin, while it's in the bubble, is not a Disney resort.
Yeah.
Same thing with Shades of Green, the military resort on Disney property inside the bubble, not owned by Disney. Um, so yeah, take the pickle straight, Cap. Depending on how big this thing is, you may not see my choppers chewing that thing. I might swallow it whole just to get it over with.
Uh, yeah. And Tim says they also charge for parking. Yeah. Um, that's true. Some like Sam's Club and Costco, you might um just find a cheaper rate
And so,
sometimes.
and brave to your comment about if you book through Costco, it might be cheaper, avoid some fees or whatever. If you have to reschedule your trip, cancel it, whatever, you got to call Costco. And they don't have a bank of Disney specialized customer service reps to take that call. It can be, uh, it can be difficult to do that sort of thing. And again, I'm going to get on my pedestal. That's the value of using a travel agent. Let them do the work for you. I just yesterday or today had a guest that's got a trip booked that needs to alter their dates because of something with their child with school. I took care of that for them. They didn't have to worry about it, other than sending me the email to say, "Here's what I need." Tracy, I've said this and I mean it. I know you said not Beverly. I'm going to. Well, it's not this, but I'm going to have a full container of Beverly with me to chase that thing away, because and Janelle, I think you were the one who shared this information. Beverly is actually from the UK, or maybe Bex told us this. It's from the UK and it's supposed to be a palate cleanser. So anything I can do outside of using sandpaper on my tongue to get the pickle off, I'm gonna go for it.
Now Tim's stirring the pot with Small World. Don't worry.
Yes, thank you, Darla. Chest protections to staying alive. Yes. And I think I said this in our group chat earlier. I may bring a lifeguard from the pool over just in case I need resuscitation. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Oh, it's Italian. Okay. Thanks,
Oh
Cap.
yeah.
Brave. I used the Costco. They made me pay $100 per night for incidentals at check-in. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's a big hold. Absolutely.
Mm.
So booking with Disney again, whether you're doing it direct or using a travel agent, if it's a package, room and tickets, it's a $200 deposit up front, and the balance is due 30 days before check-in. So you can have your travel agent make regular payments for you if you so
Yep.
choose to, or wait until 30 days before and have them pay it off. If you do a room only stay, you don't have tickets. It's one night stay plus tax is your down payment. The rest of it is due when you check in, not 30 days before, but when you check in. So just keep that in mind. Dude, Lynn, I love that idea. Can we get a container of orange sherbet on hand for me after that pickle? I love that. Canadian Disney Mom, we love that. I'm glad that we can help make your workday feel better. So,
Oh.
um, uh, can who's going to sign up to make sure there's orange sherbet there for me? I love that one. I'm halfway looking forward to
Lynn
the
says Lynn's on it.
good. I like that. That's like I'm halfway looking forward to the evening now, based on that. Let's see your time check. We have about 6 minutes
6
left on
minutes. 6
the
minutes left.
auction. Look, I would even go with like the if not orange, the lime sherbet would be okay. Raspberry sherbet would be okay. I'd be down with any of that stuff. Yes, Wolf is bringing me the bottle of Pepto. That is right.
So it's gonna be a great night.
Yep. We have
The thoughts of
we have
mixing the pixel. Okay, somehow I think you're missing the thoughts of missing pickle and sherbet flavoring. That's gonna make. I agree. I agree, Kat.
I how I don't know how it can make anything worse. I mean, I my Philly steak sandwiches have been ruined by pickles before, so I get it.
Tink for Life Jones says these podcasts are so helpful. I like in palate cleanser wise or giving you information about a trip.
They're informative and they go all over the place. Let's see here, Blake. Yes, the pickle eating is going to be streamed live, and I put out that caution earlier that if you watch, you're on your own. If I keel over or need CPR or I have to vomit in a trash can, watch at your own will. Now,
um,
for just out of fairness, we have over 100 people here. I can assume everybody knows what we're talking about here, but we have two things going on right now: an auction that closes in 4 minutes. I think one of the mods posted the link to Janelle's website or to her Facebook page.
yes.
There are items there that are up for auction for bid. The money goes directly to the Kidney Cancer Association.
Yeah.
We also have a fundraiser going on that will run through September 12th. That money also goes to the Kidney Cancer Association, and some goofball decided he would eat a pickle in exchange for raising money. That the serious part of this is I'm a two-time kidney cancer survivor. So the effort that Janelle and her amazing mods have put forth to help try to raise money for this cause is monumentally important to me. And I told you I'm not going to cry, so I'm not doing it. But I can feel them coming. So that's what all this is about. The pickle was a crazy idea to help motivate people to donate, but the cause is incredibly worthy and very important to me. And I think I've said this before: every dollar raised is either one more dollar that makes the next cancer patient's treatment a little bit easier, or maybe makes the next person not become a patient.
All right. So, Joanne Franklin, thank you. And um, so, if you didn't read what Canadian Disney Mom, she said it in the stream. We talked about it a little bit earlier, Canadian Disney Mom. If you want one of the wallets, and as long as you donate the same amount of money to the Kidney Cancer Association, then she will make you the wallet that you wish you could have had. Cried tears of pickle juice.
Look, that there'll be pickle juice coming out of me, that's for sure.
So we have about 2 minutes. So yeah, and if you want one of the wallets and you want to donate to the Kidney Cancer Association, just reach out to me and we'll set the whole thing up and we'll make sure that you get one of the wallets. So
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, Wolf. I appreciate that. Um, I would never wish that upon anybody. Um, but where I sit today, I'm thankful that I went through it. I'm a very different person now than I was then. Um, and if you ever see the stuff that I post in Janelle's Discord every morning, um, those are thoughts and feelings I have that come straight from the heart in wishing everybody a wonderful day.
yeah, so in my Discord, we have a positivity section, so that's what Mike's talking about. So if you're ever looking for a little motivation or just a positive place to be, that's what we have there.
Thank you, Brave. Now I only do it Monday through Friday. I take the weekends off. Everybody needs a break from me.
Yeah, Canadian Disney Mom, yes, we will announce the winners here tonight. Amber's gonna help me mark it on Facebook, and then we'll put the winners. So,
And I think we have less than a minute.
yep. So exciting.
And thank you again, Janelle.
You're welcome. All right. So it's officially 9 o'clock. So go, 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 Amber. All right.
I assume by telling Amber to go, 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 she knew what that meant and she didn't
Yeah,
like
she does. She does.
it. Okay.
Tracy, me, you're so welcome.
Very welcome. Thanks for joining us.
All right, so I'm
Can,
gonna,
so Canadian Disney Mom, I know you said congrats to all the winners, and while I agree,
yes.
the real winners here are the Kidney Cancer Association and the patients that deal with kidney cancer.
So on the Dumbo, the Loungefly wallet, Barbara Ingram is the winner there.
With what was her bid?
$70. Are you gonna add it all up?
I'm going to do my best. I only have so many fingers to toes, though.
Okay. Mm, all right. So then on the figurine, Barbara Ingram, $30.
Good night, Tracy. Thanks for joining us. Barbara got the first two.
Yep. Okay, so then on the white snacks wallet, uh, Jackie Thompson for $60.
Bless you, Canadian Disney Mom. I saw your comment there. We almost had another tumble.
We don't want you tumbling. On the fanny pack, Darla at $50. Okay. On the Haunted Mansion wallet, double check. I'm excited for Molly. Molly at $60. And on the black snacks wallet, uh, looks like Brad at 51.
I was about to say, did Brad get shut out?
Nope. Nope.
If my math is right, $321 raised tonight.
Whoop, whoop.
And again, if anybody did not win, Canadian Disney Mom said she could, and I'm going to try to paraphrase this, provide additional gifts similar to those if you're willing to pay the same price as the winning bids.
Yep.
Hopefully I said that close to being correct.
I think so. Yep.
Hey,
Hi,
Pops.
Pops V. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Doreen. Doreen's adding it up too. Thank
Good.
you, everybody.
It's good to see Doreen was using real math and not Disney math. Disney math, we just $37,000.
So,
That's better than a pickle. So I don't have to do the pickle now, Darla. I love it. Thank you.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, Doreen does it for a living. All right, we'll leave the math. So yeah, so there she goes. If anybody wants a wallet, she can make more if you donate the same amount to the cause. And she has tons of Disney. So yes. Thank you, Canadian Disney Mom.
Tina, if Disney math was, if it was that simple for curing cancer, I would have been doing it a long time ago. But I love
Yeah.
that idea.
So all right. Well, I feel like that is a wonderful, wonderful, successful little thing that we put together.
Yeah. And you surprised me by saying you're doing another one next week.
We're gonna do another one. So Sunday we'll put some new stuff out.
And are we going to do it like we did tonight, where next Wednesday night's
Yeah.
called?
Next Wednesday we'll end it again.
Okay.
So yep.
That
We
is,
have some things being donated, and so I have to get pictures and all of that. So, yep.
Hey, are we going to do this when I'm down there?
We have to figure it out. Are we going to do it? I know,
I,
because are you what? Are you smiling because you want it to be on the Skyliner?
well, you mentioned it last. I don't know. I think on one of your lives the other day, you mentioned. Oh, you
It
had said
was. I know because I saw you and Tasha going, she said it.
that.
Oh, I thought for sure you were going to hold me to it.
I was going to let it be. If you didn't want to do it, I was okay with that.
So, can I just use the dollar sign that uh, I give and pay it now? Yep. So, Barbara, just go straight to the kidney cancer, the link, and you just pay it straight to them. And then I guess screenshot, I'll get an email that you paid it. So, I'll be able to see that that amount was paid. Thank you,
Ta-
Barbara. That was so wonderful. That's very kind and very generous.
yes, Tasha, you're funny. It's on video,
It
so
is on video. I know.
And gosh, how many times can we go back and forth on Skyliner for an hour, hour and a half Q&A live?
Woo. I mean, at that point, I should be used to it.
Yeah, please make sure you read Amber's comment there about
Yeah.
the winning bids.
Yep. So, yep, that's how we'll do it. There you go. Thank you, Tina. The link was also on Facebook. So we've kind of put the link everywhere. So,
And I
yeah.
appreciate that you make sure that you comment that watch Mike eat a pickle, and we don't just leave it as out of the kindness of your heart to fundraise for the Kidney Cancer Association.
Brad, I don't know. I'm going to have to do some calculating for you. So,
Yeah, Disney math might go the wrong way, Brad. You might be in trouble.
double for you, Brad.
Yeah.
Lamont, thank you
Thank
so much for being here.
for joining us.
Uh, so yes, if any of thank you, yeah, Canadian Disney Mom, thank you. So if the winners are in Canada, she can ship to Canada. And yes, Amber, thank you. Brad gets a special rate.
Yeah, special rate.
Um, Cap, I'm just gonna say this to you. And Cap will be the only one that knows. But tomorrow's the day, Cap. So tomorrow in the morning, I'm pretty sure. So if anybody wants to know what I'm telling Cap, you have to tune into the live stream tomorrow.
Well, the only reason why I'm like scrunching my eyes is you're not going to be at Magic Kingdom tomorrow.
No, no. Oh no, yeah, no, no, no. It's a small world.
Okay.
Extra special surprise. Oh, you have vacation. Okay, so Cap is like yes. So tune in to the stream, and it's a good thing. So if not, yes, DeBops, you know who to blame. Absolutely. Is there Phantasmic? It's I'm not doing Phantasmic tomorrow, but are you going to Phantasmic tomorrow, Brad?
And
Blame
I
Cap. Yeah.
thanks for joining us, Darla. Have a good night.
Bye. Bye. Thanks, Starla. All right. Well, Mike, you have any final words?
Um,
No. Brad, if you were able to guess what Cap and I or what would happen tomorrow on the stream, I mean, you would really be psychic, I think, right, Cap? So, good night, Aaron. He's telling Darla good night. All right, I'll stop talking so you can wrap up.
all right. So again, Janelle and Mods, thank you very much for your effort for the auction.
Bye.
Canadian,
Thank you.
so very much. for all that you've done for us. I appreciate it. Um, Means a lot. We still have the other fundraiser going through the 12th.
Oh,
Um, or some dude named Mike is going to eat a pickle. I'm not sure who that guy is. And then, as Janelle shared, we're going to do another auction starting Sunday, wrapping up next Wednesday night on our live. Thank you for joining us here tonight. If this is your first time with us, we appreciate you being here with us.
yeah.
And to do these on Wednesday evenings. Sometimes life gets in the way; we have to alter that. But on Janelle's Discord, we have a Janelle and Mike topics page that we encourage you to go out and add your questions or topics that you'd like us to cover. And we do that on these calls. And obviously, as you saw tonight, we take questions on the fly and answer them when we wrap up what's been asked previously. In addition to that, we have a monthly newsletter. The August newsletter should be out by Friday. That gets posted on Discord, and Janelle also has it on her link tree. We do a bi-weekly podcast, Park Life Podcast. The last one just went out this past Monday, and we talked about food delivery to resorts. Our next one will post on September 9th, and that one is traveling with toddlers. And I don't mean immature
Good
people like
night.
little kids. Um, and let's see here. I am Mike underscore Disney Travel on TikTok, YouTube,
Bye, Darren.
Facebook,
Thank you.
Instagram, and Janelle can be found.
Disney Parks with Love at all the places, Facebook, TikTok, um, I don't know, YouTube and Instagram. There you go.
Yep. Darren, joining us tonight. Always love seeing you
Yeah.
here.
Thank you, everybody. And I will see everybody at Food and Wine tomorrow. And we're gonna go have a good time. And then 1:30, Little League, Grand Marshals in Magic Kingdom at 1:30. I'm
Yep.
super excited.
Yep.
So
Pretty cool. I'd be curious if they would have done that if the team would have been, say, from Seattle, Washington.
I agree. But if you read like Disney Parks blog put a whole thing out and it was sent to me. Like someone sent it to me after it was discussed on the stream today. And it they congratulate the whole like they're from Florida, blah blah blah. So thanks,
Now,
Murray
I would imagine if the team would have been from the West Coast, they'd probably be doing this at
and
Disneyland.
Disneyland. Yeah. And
But
has
what?
this ever been done before? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
This is the first time that a team from Florida has ever won the Little League World Series.
Bye, Ernie T. Thank you.
They were oh
Lunch is 1 to 2 for you, so you'll check on Sandra. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Murray.
Good
Good to
night,
see you.
Tracy. Me.
Good night, Tracy. Me. Thanks for supporting my distaste of pickles. Aaron, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Janelle. Appreciate it as always.
Yep, we're closer to the pickle.
I told you I
Bye,
wasn't going to
guys.
cry. You're going to make me cry. 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Bye.
Unbelievable.
Goodbye, night, Doreen.
All right. Take care, everybody. Thanks for joining us. See you guys.